Okay, good evening and welcome to the MB. This is probably one of the most important live casts that I've ever done for you. Wow. So, let's hope I can deliver it. Yes. Okay. Welcome to the MB. What is the MB? Why does the MB matter? How will the MB make you rich? Will it make you successful with the opposite sex? All these questions about the MB. Anyway, the MB sounds much more exciting than what it stands for, but what it stands for is very exciting. So there's a little kind of, lump in the middle there, a little dip in the middle. But MB stands for Mission Brief. So I know that sounds like the least exciting thing in the entire world. But it's actually the most important thing about live casts ever. Now the problem is that everyone and their parrot, it used to be everyone and their dog, but I've changed it to parrot today, is talking about live casts because there's a lot of excitement about it because they appear in the time stream and people are talking about it, people are doing it, all sorts of people come out of the woodwork and doing it, and it's all becoming quite exciting, and it's a bit confusing and nobody really understands what's going on. But before I start that, let me just show you this. There's a thing, I don't know where it came from originally, but basically it's somebody reporting about Facebook. It's probably a joke, but it's kind of true. So it says, I'm trying to make friends outside of Facebook while applying the same principles. Therefore, every day I walk down the street and tell passers-by what I have eaten, how I feel at the moment, what I have done the night before, and what I will do later, and with whom. I give them pictures of my family, my dog, and me gardening, taking things apart in the garage, watering the lawn, standing in front of landmarks, driving around town, having lunch, and doing what anybody and everybody does every day. I also listen to their conversations, give them the thumbs up, and tell them that I like them. And it works just like Facebook. I already have 4 people following me. 2 police officers, a private investigator, and a psychiatrist. Oh. So obviously a tongue-in-cheek, kind of thing. But it kind of highlights the whole enigma of being social, being in business, and when I say being in business I include being an artist and wanting to get exposure for your art and getting paid enough money to enable you to actually do the thing that you love to do. That's really what a business is, or can be. And business is about making money, and being social is about being social, and the two have never really gone together that well, because you tend to do business with your business customers and you might take them to business lunch, but generally when you go home, you don't go home with your customers. You don't ring your customers up from home and go, oh hi, I'm just putting the kids to bed, I just wondered how you were doing. We don't tend to do that. We do that with our friends and with our relations, but not normally with our clients. So there's this whole mismatch between social and business. And live casting, live casting has kind of propelled that on his head, because what a lot of people will tell you is to live cast is to be sociable, basically. Is to have fun, chill out with people, just shoot the breeze, and get yourself known to them, because of this horrible soundbite that people keep misusing from Dr. Cialdini, which says know, like and trust, which is, in the way everybody's using it as a soundbite, is actually completely wrong, because know, like and trust is nothing to do with anything. Sure, you might do business with somebody who you know, like and trust, but that's not the reason you do business with them. You do business with them because you believe that they're the expert. So for instance, you might have a babysitter. You probably know her. You probably like her. You probably trust her. But would you want her to do your cardiac heart surgery? No, because she's not the expert in cardiac heart surgery, unless she happens to be, playing hooky from being a cardiac surgeon. I can cite thousands of examples, like that. Your friend Brenda. You know her. You like her. You trust her. You'd let her hold your purse when you went to the toilet. Anything. But do you want her to mend your plumbing when your plumbing goes wrong? No, because she's not the expert. Now look at the other end. The plumber comes. He's a rough-looking bloke. He's a bit grumpy. You've never met him before in your life. You don't want to leave him alone in your house with your wallet. But do you want him to mend your plumbing? Yes, of course you do, because he is the expert. Now, if you happen to know, like, and trust him, as well as believe that he's the expert, then yes, that would be the swing, in the balance between, two identical choices of experts. So, know, like, and trust fits in, but really it's about being the expert. Now, let's look at that in the sense of livecasts. Now, the real problem with livecasts is that they're live. And you're basically asking people to drop everything that they're doing, to turn their phones off, to sit down, to shut the children and the dog up, to put them outside to play, to throw the partner out of the room, and to stop watching the program or doing their work or whatever it was that they were doing, just to listen to you. Now, if you're going to come on and just shoot the breeze and chill out, then okay, that's like going to the pub with you or something in my spare time. Okay, nothing to do with business. And also in my spare time, we would arrange it. We'd make an appointment. I wouldn't drop everything I'm doing at the whim of the hat, but just because your little red light would come on saying streaming now live, streaming now live, streaming now live. Okay. The friend who knocks at your door randomly and goes, I'm going to the pub now, do you want to come now? Come up now, put your shoes on right now. They'll get very tedious pretty soon. Even if you like them a lot. If you didn't like them a lot, it'd get tedious even quicker. And that's really what we're asking to people to do when we do a live cast. We're saying, drop everything. Come and sit in the pub with me, chat in the pub with me, but there's no pub, there's no actual alcohol, I'm not actually going to buy you a drink. You can't actually talk to me either, not properly, because it's not a one-to-one sort of thing, like on the phone. You're basically going to sit there, drop everything we're doing, sit there and listen to me and not really interact with me at all. Maybe you can send me a text message, maybe I'll notice it, maybe I'll acknowledge you're in the room, maybe I'll say hi, maybe I'll answer your question. Probably I won't answer your question because I've probably got a presentation in my mind which I could do to a wall. And the fact that you're there is really of no difference to me whatsoever. Oh, but hi Bob. Now let me just interrupt what I'm saying and then I forget what I'm saying and I'll come back to you and carry on with what I was talking about in my presentation, which I could do to a wall. You don't need to be there. But, nonetheless, I've asked you to drop everything and listen to me just spout off about nothing, probably. Okay? We would never expect that to work in any other situation. Ever. But just because it's a live stream and it's technology and it's new and not everyone's doing it yet, we're thinking, oh, I'll just do a live cast and get everyone to just stop everything they're doing and just listen to me. And I won't have a point and I'm just going to say what I was going to say whether people turn up or not. And I might say hi or I might not. I'm probably not going to answer their questions, but I might not. And I'm just going to do my presentation live because I can. And people will drop everything they're doing and come listen to me. And isn't that great? Aren't I great? Isn't that brilliant? But we would never let that happen in any other situation. Not even really with friends. And you're not even their friend. So why are they going to drop everything and just listen to you with no point and no purpose? So normally, when we haven't got our heads in fairyland, and because it's new and it's live streaming and you can do it and nobody else can, woo, we would actually think, hey, I'm in business, I need to make some money out of this, and the way I make money out of this basically is if the people coming make money out of this, or at least get to do what they want to do. In other words, we exchange value. I give them more value than they're paying, to come see me, and in that we have to equate their time and all the other things they could be doing instead of listening to you. And unless they're paying, to shoot the breeze with you and relax, in which case, why aren't you just doing that? Why have you got a pre-made presentation, or an agenda that you're expecting to get through? And why does it need to be live? Why can't it be a pre-recorded video? Why isn't it a book? Why isn't it a PDF? Why does it have to be live? What is the live aspect of this? And what is the value to the audience of what you're going to do? And come to that, what is the value to you as a business or as an artist? Remember, as a business, I mean an artist trying to get exposure, trying to get their work out, trying to earn enough money to finance doing the thing that they love. That is basically a business. So this is the problem. But because it's live casting and it's new and you can do it and not everyone else can, we think we suddenly have the right to waste everybody's time and and make a presentation which we demand is listened to live, even though it would be much better as a video which we could edit down and actually where we got to the point and where people knew why they were coming, what they were going to get out of it. But no, it's a live cast, and for some reason we lose all sanity and we decide we're going to do something different. We're just going to shoot the breeze with them, but live. Hey, just drop everything you're doing. I've no idea what I'm going to talk about. You'll get nothing out of it, but come along because I can live cast and you probably can't because you're listening to me. Otherwise you'd be doing a live cast yourself. Whoa. So, as I say, we would not allow this in any other situation. Why are we allowing it in live casts? So let's get real, people. So when we do a live cast, basically we need to have a plan. Now, some people think that a plan is this diagram. Do something. If it works, carry on. If it doesn't work, think of something else and do that instead. Now, that is the most stupid business plan ever. It's not really a business plan. Now, some people would say that was testing, but that's not testing because we can't afford to do 1,000 tests. Okay? If each one of these was costing you money, you wouldn't do it like this, because you'd think, oh, hang on, no, I need to do something that's going to work. I can't just do 1,000 tests where they're costing me $1,000 each. I've just lost $1 million. We wouldn't do that. And that's dumb planning. That's no plan. That's try it and see if it sticks to the wall. That doesn't work. It's just throwing things at the wall until they stick. So as I say, if each show costs you, $1,000 to produce, and it could probably cost you $500 to promote if you're expecting anybody to turn up, and it probably costs you, even if you have an existing fan base, probably costs you 5% in audience unsubscribes, or people who will never listen to you again because they just realised that you wasted, half an hour of their time. Well, if you knew it wasn't free, you wouldn't do it, that aimlessly. So people come along and say, well, model on a success. But the trouble with modelling on success is it's somebody else's success. And as soon as you start adding in anything to change it, to make it yours, to customise it, to enhance it, it's no longer the model. And also you don't know if you can get people to turn up to your thing, because the difference with their model and your model is they're already doing it. They've already got the audience. Now it's a clue as to the fact that that idea works, but it doesn't mean that you can do it. It just means that they can do it. So how do we get round this? How do we go beyond modelling? Well, it's called asking. Isn't that brilliant? But you never thought of that. did you? So instead of modelling, we just ask what people want. So the problem with modelling is you have an existing successful show, say it's got 1,000 fans, and the good side is that it's desirable because 1,000 people are going, but it might be freebie seekers. You don't know if that person's actually making any money with that show. Maybe they're doing it and maybe they're making money, but maybe the two aren't connected. Or maybe they're doing it and they're not making money, or of anything else. Maybe they're doing it because they're hoping it will. Maybe they can get 1,000 people to get to turn up for a freebie thing, but then they won't spend a penny as soon as the guy asks them for a penny. So the cons with modelling is it's already been done and you know that particular audience exists, but they're loyal to that rival show. So you need to make a show that's better. So you need to add in a USP, a unique selling point. But when you add a unique selling point, your unique selling point is unproven. And you still haven't got access to that audience, to those 1,000 people. You need to get your own 1,000 people. So how do we do that? We've got no guarantee that we can build our own audience of 1,000 people. You have no proof that you can actually do the same. You know that they're doing it, and that's why you're trying to model on it. But you don't know that you can do it, and that you can reach an audience, and you can get that audience, and that your audience will like your version with your USP. You don't know. That's less of a test, but you're still basically doing this. Does it work? No. Try again. Does it work? Yes. Carry on. Can it be better? Don't know. Try something else. Does it work better? No. Go back to the original thing. I mean, it's hopeless, isn't it? It's hopeless. So, yeah, with modelling, we've got these pros and these cons, but you don't know that you can do it. Now, what happens when we ask? So I should probably change those around the other way, shouldn't I? Let me do that live for you. Let me waste your time by just typing that in. Was that enjoyable? Did you enjoy that? It was live, but that was good. Anyway, asking means that you can actually, you're already talking to the people who you can reach. And if they're talking back to you, then you know that they care, or they're at least receptive enough at that moment to actually give you an answer. Now the trouble is most people don't exactly know what they want, but at least they're listening, and you know that they're listening, and you can get the reaction. So the cons of asking, the big one is you have to be brave enough to ask, and I don't underestimate that. I know it's very hard because you will get rejected, and nobody likes being rejected. I don't like being rejected. I don't know anybody who likes being rejected. So we have to be brave enough to go, would you mind telling me? Oh no, you wouldn't. Okay. Would you mind telling me? Oh no, you wouldn't. Okay. Would you mind telling me what you want? Oh, you would. Oh, I don't do that. Oh, well, never mind. Would you mind telling me what you... Oh, you want me to do that? Oh, well, I can do that. It's, we have to go through quite a long process to actually get to the people who we can even ask, who will actually tell us what they want, who have some clue as to what they even want. Okay, but the big thing is we have to be brave enough to ask, and I know that's a big one, but that's the shortcut. Otherwise, you could be spending, $1,000, at least, to get a show or an idea for a show off the ground. By the time you've done the planning and your time and presenting it and getting people to come and probably running ads to it to get people to come, or the friends that you're going to lose, or sorry, the clients you're going to lose who don't like the thing. Okay, every show has a cost. Every test show has a cost. So when we ask the people, the pros are, you already know that you can reach these people. If you can actually reach 20 people and they respond to you and tell you what they want, then at least you've got an audience of 20 people. Plus, they've told you what they want, and now you can deliver it. Or see if you can deliver it, or consider if you want to deliver it. But at least now you know. And asking can cost nothing. Sometimes, it might cost, but even if you do have to run an advert to a survey, at least you're actually getting, the answer that you want. You're saying, what would you like? Not, did you like that? And they go, no. and that's it. Okay, at least if we ask, we say, well, what would you like then? Okay, so, but there's a problem here, again. Okay, we're running out of time, so I'm going to try and, get this in the bag. So the trouble is that most people will ask and say, I was thinking of maybe doing something, and I don't quite know what, and I don't really know, and, would you mind? And, I don't know, would you come? And, and obviously, even if a friend said it to you like that, you would think, no, I'm not coming to that. Oh my God, no, I got to wash my hair. I'm bald. No, I've got to wash my bald head then. I'm going to shampoo. Well, you don't really need shampoo. I've got a bald head, but I've got to dry it. I can't come though. I can't. It sounds great. I'm going to tell you it's great because I'm your friend, but I can't actually come. No, I can't. Sorry, because it sounds terrible. Because the number one thing, which hopefully you've learnt, maybe you haven't. It's taken me 35 years to learn it, and I still can't remember it half the time, even though I know it. And that is what people invest in, and they invest in confidence. Basically, they invest in enthusiasm and positivity and energy and excitement. That's what people invest in. They go, hey, I'm doing something really great, do you want to come? And I go, oh shit, yeah, maybe I do. Oh, hang on, yeah, well that sounds good. Let me see. They're interested because they're buying into your energy, enthusiasm, excitement, and the fact that you believe in it and you're confident about it. They're going, oh, it's going to be a good night, is it? Well, let's go then. I was thinking, I don't know really where we're going. It might be a bit crap. I don't know. Do you want to come? Who wants to do that? So, I invented a copywriting system called the DPA copywriting system, which you can get on copycake.xyz, I think it is. Anyway, and basically it says, when you do a bit of copy, you want to basically focus on, it's a bit more than this, of course, but, basically focus on the benefits and the outcomes. And those benefits and outcomes need to create desire in the audience. Now, when we do that, that's basically our signal, our version of positive energy, because they buy into the man with the plan. I mean, look at Donald Trump. He's saying all sorts of really bad things, bigotry and racism and screw the poor and all that kind of thing. Okay, and people are saying yes because they believe in his positivity. You go, well, it seems like a bit over the top, but he obviously thinks he can do it. Let's do that. Well, yeah, let's do that then. Seems a bit much, but yeah, let's do that. Because on the other side, they're going, oh, I don't really know what we should do. I don't really want to upset anybody, so everything. We'll just leave everything as it is. Is that all right? Yeah, vote for me. Yeah. And people are going, well, I don't know. I mean, we could do. I mean, it's kind of going okay, but this guy over here, he reckons that we should do a bit of ethnic cleansing. That kind of sounds okay. At least he's got a plan. And that's how crazy it gets. That's how people buy into positive energy. When they're given the two states, somebody who's talking absolute bullshit but is enthusiastic about it, and somebody who's really unconfident and not sure and doesn't seem to have a plan at all, which one are you going to be listening to? You're going to be checking out the positive guy to see if he's actually got anything good in there, to offer. You stop listening to the person who's unconfident already. They don't get a second chance. So, I mean, we don't listen, to whining losers if we can help it. How many homeless people have you had lunch with recently? And I don't mean that as a slur to homeless people. Whatever, it's, that's a different topic. But we tend not to choose to go to lunch with them. Whereas if you met an old friend from school who was rich or on the up, you'd be thinking, oh, I need to go to lunch with you because I need to know how you got on the up, how you got rich. Whereas the value with the homeless person, other than pity and helping them, what are you going to get out from them? They might have a story, maybe, I don't know, but it's probably not going to help you. Oh, well, this is how you become homeless. This is what you do. This is what I did to become homeless. You can follow me and become homeless just like me. You want to do that? You don't? Oh, okay then. I'll just go and lie on this bench. That's fine. See, it doesn't work, does it? It just doesn't work. People buy into confidence, enthusiasm, positivity, excitement. So, when you do a show, maybe you should put those ingredients in. Oh, well, that's a bit controversial. Oh, you want me to be lively and enthusiastic and I don't know about that. I think I was just going to chill the breeze and waste people's time and get them to drop everything they're doing and come live just because I can. And I'm a very interesting person. Oh yes, come and listen to me live. Very, very interesting person. I don't know what I'm going to tell you, and you'll get nothing out of it, and you won't be at all interesting after you've listened to me. But I'm a very interesting person, so you better drop everything you're doing and come live. See, it doesn't work. It sounds stupid, doesn't it? It sounds stupid. But isn't that what you're expecting people to do? So unless your show has a point, then why are you doing it? A show shouldn't be about your own ego or being selfish or self-indulgent. It's typically like, the TV interviewers who, they're not famous, they're just a TV interview, and they go out of their way to say, oh yes, I did that. That's good. I'm glad you brought that up because this is how I did my thing. And we don't care about them because they're nobody. They're not the guy they're interviewing. We want to know what the interviewer thinks. We don't care what they think they've done and how it relates to what they've done. We care how the expert has done it so that we can become the expert. We don't care about the interviewer. The job of the interviewer is just a channel, is to ask the questions we want to ask the expert. That's the only reason they're there. It's not a round table with two experts, otherwise that would be a round table with two experts. If it's an interview, then the interviewer should shut the hell up and just ask the questions to get the answers that we want from the expert, we the audience. Okay, if we were there, we'd ask ourselves, but unfortunately the interviewer's there. So how do these connect with the big reveal, and what is the big reveal? We're really running out of time now. I should probably do a cliffhanger and tell you in the next show. I wonder if I should do that. Should I do that? Do you want to tell me on Facebook if I should do that? If you want me to do that, then, or not do that, then you comment below wherever this video is. So the big reveal about live streaming. I think we've run out of time, so I am going to hold it there because I want you to think about what I've said and how ridiculous what I've said is and how you could possibly add in energy, excitement, enthusiasm, and above all, why it should be then. Why does it have to be live? Why should people drop what they're doing in order to come right then? Why don't you just stick it in a video and tell them to watch the video whenever they like? What is your big reason for it being now? Why did I ask you to come at 9 o'clock tonight? And even then I was rude and I was 10 minutes late, and we actually started I rescheduled it to 9:30, and that's very rude of me. But why did I think you should come live? Because if there's a replay, you could just watch the replay anytime you like. Why did you have to come live? Have I answered any of your questions? Have I acknowledged you? Have you made a difference to this show's content? Why did you turn up live then? Now this is one of the 12 different types of live cast. and each one has a place. But this was not, although it was one of the 12, this was not a great example of why a live cast should be live. But this is number 12, pretty much, of the 12 reasons that a live cast should be live. Anyway, tune in next time when I might pay more attention to you. I might not, I don't know. I might just talk to the wall and just pretend that you should come live because, you know, I'm a very fascinating person and you should come and drop everything you're doing and listen to me live. You'll get out of it. I'm not even sure what I'm going to tell you, but I'm a very fascinating person and I can tell you something. So come along, you know, put it in your diary and come along and I'll tell you something. Oh yes, I'll tell you something, dear. Yes, okay. And there we go. It sounds ridiculous, so please do join me on the next show of the MB, the most exciting title for the most boring subject ever, or not. So tune in for the next one. I don't even know when the next one will be. We'll have to see what we do. If you put in the comment box below this video when you would like the next show to be, and that I will listen to, and we will reschedule the second part for them. But remember, what is your big reason why you're not just making videos? Why are you live? Other than saying hi, oh thanks for coming, hi, nothing to tell you, but hi, thanks for coming, oh yeah, it's great, nice to see you. Who are you? Oh yeah, I'm not going to really listen to you, but thanks for coming. I'll even mention you by name. Yeah, thanks. See, it's crazy. It's crazy. So see you next time. Bye for now.